Um, is there anything that any of you are like, hang on a second, I haven't set this thing up about my character?
Not particularly. I've got my name, I've picked all my spells, I've got all of them written down. I can send them across to you at some point if you need me to.
That's tight.
Because I need to. I'm thinking that they're all okay for me to do because they say warlock, but some of them are like necromancy.
That's fine.
So it's like cool.
Yeah. So every spell's going to have a school of magic associated with it, regardless of what class you are. So that's fine.
Cool.
Tight. Fine. Then we can start. So, you guys have been friends for about 6 months. Hang on, you are Agamir and Glork. Last chances to change your names.
Nope, works me.
Did you, Jack? Did you decide on MIR?
Yeah.
Cool.
Jack, do I recognise that name? Because I recognise that name.
I just got it from Fancy Name Generator.
Oh, really?
It might be something, I don't know what it is, but...
There's a Warcraft related, I think it's one of the Titans is friends with Sargeras. I am, don't worry mate, I am deep into lore.
I mean, the MIR at the end is like fairly common.
Yes.
Nice. So you might have accidentally done some neat Warcraft memes, which I'm sure you don't mind. So yeah, do you want to describe yourselves? Because obviously I don't want to sort of tell you what you look like, other than I know what race you guys are. So Jack, do you want to hit us off with Agamir?
Yeah. So.
I mean, even if you've forgotten, you can make it up now.
Yeah, Lord Half-Orc, I guess. It said that I was like tan skinned, because it's from the desert.
Yeah.
So like, not green.
Yeah, so like sort of sandy, peachy sort of those sort of colour schemes. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's got his little tusky teeth, like he keeps those.
Right, nice.
And like his clothes and armour and stuff is very like desert-y themed. So he has
Right.
what was the name for it? The like head.
Oh, kaftan.
Yeah.
Nice. What are you wearing? Are you like full plate or chain or what?
Yeah, I guess I'm plate, but I don't know. There's a set of armour from Ducks on Street called like kind of like that. So it's like plate armor, but he's got some like scraps of cloth and like a cloak over it and stuff like that.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, so it's not like fucking the White Knight from movie X. It's like hidden over. Cool. Does he have hair? If so, what does he do with it?
Yeah, he's got. Alright, so he's got hair that is like kind like I'm trying to think of the best way to. Oh, I know actually.
Yeah.
So remember when you had dreadlocks?
I do.
So kind of like that, where it's got it going down there. Yes, I used to have dreadlocks.
Do you not know that, Zach?
No, man, you've been bold in every one of my headcanons absence I've known you, so...
Look further down my Facebook, you'll see.
Well, you're gonna have to look.
Yeah. Sorry, Jack.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so it goes like that through like, but the sides of his head are completely shaved.
Oh, cool. So he's got that like mohawk strip of dreads, and like.
Yeah, but it doesn't, not quite, nowhere near as long as yours, probably goes down to like about his shoulders.
Sure, that's fine. Cool. All right, Ty, that's cool. Sweet. This I sort of need to impact a little bit here. Is the symbols that you see on Agamir's armor are all of like a tree, but it's been like split as if it was like hit by lightning.
That's cool.
So that's the sort of religious symbols that you see, and then you've got your shining sword of death.
Yeah.
Is it most?
So I had an idea for that actually, where it kind of looks like it's made out, not made out of wood. I'm trying to think of it, but it's like a tree thing. So it's got like roots and stuff going out, like the hilt handle for it's like it's made out of wood, but it's like iron wood kind of thing. The blade is like doesn't look like metal, but it basically is.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it like a blade of grass that's not crap.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so
I understand.
I've got. I think of one. Give me a second. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. So let's Zach, tell us about Glork.
He has black eyes, which he doesn't realise why. Probably to do with being a warlock.
And an edgelord.
He's bald, but he has a soul patch of blonde hair. Because why not?
Okay, so hang on. So he's got like a little cube of white hair on his chin, and no hair anywhere else.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Light green, dark green, blue. Like, where do you want to?
He's very, I'm going to say very sort of green, but sort of starting to go dark purple since being warlocky.
Okay.
So, since learning that, it's kind of changed its skin a little bit.
So bruised.
So keeps fucking with random shit.
Ah.
Yeah, that kind of messed him up a little bit. So that's
Okay.
kind of how he looks. So it's like sort of green skin, but then it's sort of like, you know, like I guess if you've ever played Witcher, you know, Glork drinks the potions and goes a bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Goes
it's a
over
bit like
pale and grim.
it's a bit like that all the time, and that's the same with the black eyes. Is that he can't remember what he had colour. His eyes are kind of a void spirit that they are. Pay enough attention. Never spends a lot of time looking in mirrors.
That's fine. That's the thing. So do you now? Your coin isn't a secret to the players, but is your coin something that you would be like flipping in your hand as you're doing stuff, or is it something you keep secret away?
Yeah, no, 100% like a poker chip basically, and I use it to make shit fucking decisions.
Oh, do you do like the knuckles thing with it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'd be like if I had a coin in real life. But I actually used to. I used to have a ruble, a Russian ruble I bought from across the road from the British Museum, and I used to basically just like flick it all the time.
Nice.
I have no idea what that ruble is.
Okay.
So yeah, it's similar sort of thing. I also struggle. I'm quite an indecisive person. Glork is quite indecisive most of the time too. So he's gonna do a lot of the flipping of the chart, you know.
It's fine.
If you can't figure out something's a good business decision or not, he'll flip the coin. And if the coin fails, well, you can blame the coin.
Okay.
It's a lot easier to pass responsibility onto a coin than it is to, you know.
It's okay, Zach. I'm very much expecting this to be the fourth version of you that you play in a game since we started this.
There's different parts of my personality.
Yeah, which one should I emphasize? Cool. Nice.
This is my extremely mercenary side that will do, you know. This is my I'll do that. And then
Okay.
play.
So, background-wise, tell me if any of this, if you don't like any of this, but you guys have been friends for 6 months. It's very unusual, one, to see a sort of tan-skinned half-orc, and two, very unusual to see a half-orc in general in Zogog. Zogog has actually become a really, like, bustling place of pretty cultured and very brotherhood, togetherness greenskins. So, hobgoblins, goblins, orcs, ogres, and some giants, all sort of working together. As well as that, a common sight in the city is seeing zombie orcs. So now that they're not aggressive because they're all under the Lich King's command. So Gorkamork's got that very like, Lance Armstrong raised so much money for charity, but he cheated. Like, so it's the same sort of thing with Gorkamork, where being a Lich King, he can now summon Legions of the Dead to do lots of like manual labor stuff, but there's fucking necromancy going on. So that's the thing that you've kind of had to get used to. And so, but you've Agamir's been welcomed into the city. Like I say, it's been about 6 months. He did sometime like just as a sort of city guard because he kind of just walked out the woods one day. But as you sort of made friends with him, you pulled some strings to get him to be your sort of honor guard, which was just an excuse for you guys to hang out during work hours. So unless there was anything else about your character you guys wanted to go through, I will start the little thing that I have. You both good? Jack, you all good?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at putting my things to be on this one.
Okay, are you happy for me to carry on, or do you want me to wait?
No, it's fine. I'm just trying to remember for the things that we did do to ability score improvements, or did I pick a feat? I'm just trying to remember.
Anything that you did choose is already on your sheet, so
Yeah.
nothing's been missed out. So if you want to take 2 off of a skill and add a feat, I guess that's okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember if I think it's strength.
Cool. Alrighty. So, it's a day like any other, except that this morning, you guys have sort of both. I mean, Agamir, you kind of are now joined at the elbow with Glork. So when Glork summoned to see Gorkamok, then so are you. So you're both summoned into his throne room. This throne room, by the way, Zach, I guess I can let you add a little bit to this if you don't like it, but basically, very, very goth. And very, very overt. Like, it's one of those chairs that's like 6 times higher than it needs to be at the back, and like skulls on everything. Like, yeah, the windows are open, but it's still like nighttime, and it's like that's how dark this thing is. And I'm not. Do I do Gorkamok's voice without upsetting you?
I mean, nowadays, yeah. I mean, if he's become a lich, he's a bit different from that.
No, I was going to go with the hello. Yes, Glork, thank you. Right, we have one of these fucking meetings. We're in in Drake Mount for the Seven Nation Army. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I need to go because I'm fucking in charge. But I really want you guys to come with me and do some other things. Have you got some time?
Sure.
Excellent.
I mean, I'm busy, but sure.
Yes, you are. You're busy doing my stuff now. Cool. I'll yes. Shall we go to the? And he sort of starts walking off towards the teleportation circle. And you kind of get the idea and go with him.
Cool.
Yeah, you walk through the long corridors of the Lich King's castle and get to a teleportation circle. He sort of fumbles around in his pocket in a bag of sort of different coloured gems, slots one in, and the thing sort of lights up. Okay, it steps on. I take it you join him?
Sure.
Cool. Otherwise, it won't be a very interesting episode. And you, in a flash, you guys are teleported to, and I'm trying to think if you guys would have been here before. You've probably been once or twice to Drake Mount, where Lord Marcus is still currently in charge. And
Still knocking around. Jesus.
yeah, still clanking about. Although there was like a rumor of his death about 8 years ago, and that people assumed that he was dead. And then all of a sudden he sort of announced and was like, "No, I'm back. I was just taking some time to help myself to get better." And yeah, he doesn't really go out in public quite a lot. He sort of rules from behind a door. When you appear in the marketplace, it's daytime. It's about 20 degrees out. It's a nice cool day with no clouds. And the teleportation circle is right in the middle of town. And all around it are bustling market stalls. And there's other, like, it looks like there's games and stuff set up. And all sorts of, like, carnival fair sort of things. There's a couple of guards, because lots of people are meeting today. There's a couple of guards from different like houses, sort of lined up around the outside. And he sort of pulls you to one side and goes, "Okay, I'm going in there. You go. Nobody else is allowed in. But what I can do is I can give you this." And he hands both of you 250 gold each. If it, just if anything goes fucking tits up, just run in and do that thing that you're good at. Until then, have some fucking fun. Bye! And he walks off up to the door, and the big gates are open for him, and he goes into the castle. So, you've both got 250 gold plus whatever's on your character sheet, so 15 on Zach and whatever you've got, Jack. And you can, basically, he's asking you to sort of kick your heels for a bit and try out the local entertainment with your 250 gold. There is, from what you can see at the moment, there is a big like wooden wheel with like an arrow on it that people seem to be spinning. There's people fucking around with a hammer hitting like a tree stump. Not sure how that works until you get over to it. There's people throwing darts. There's a little tent that says Fortune's Red. And then there's also like an open air like blacksmith person, an antique store. And then it goes too far for you guys to be able to see. What would you like to do? Yeah? Are you going with him, Glork, or are you going to go and do your own thing?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay, cool. You heading...
I'll give to take the lead for once, because I'm usually in charge.
Yeah, let's have a
Cool. You sort of swing the curtain back, and you can see there's a little human woman sat on a chair, sort of like rocking backwards, just about to fall asleep. Hi. Have a look around. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for? She looks like. Go on.
no, just browsing.
Yeah. Okay. Just wake me up if you. And she closes her eyes again.
Activities that you specialise in. Good tell.
Specialized. Make a persuasion check real quick before I answer that question.
$16.
16. Okay, she's like, I'll be honest with you. I don't really know what most of this stuff is, but it goes for a really good price. If there's something that you're specifically after, like there's some really like powerful magic stuff. Again, I don't know what I'm doing with it, but I know how much it's worth. There's only a couple of things for the more sort of warrior types of us. There's some armor. There's a sword, I think, somewhere jangling back here. Mostly it's scrolls and wands and Ujima flips and things. Do you want to have a look at that? And she points you over to one particular wall.
I have so many spells. Hang on. Can I cast? Yeah, I do. Detect magic.
Okay. So a lot of the store lights up as you put this like magical vision on. They get that Last of Us 2 outline. There is a sword that's hanging on the wall that you didn't really need to cast Detect Magic for because the blade itself just seems to be made out of light rather than metal. There's a set of splint armor that's glowing. There's a chain shirt that's glowing. There's a couple of bottles of some fluids. There is a book that starts glowing. A scroll. There's a little chest that she has up like behind her on a display, where inside that chest there's two glowing things, and then there is a rod sort of on its own little pedestal, sort of in the middle of the shop as well. All of those things are magic.
Rod.
Yep.
Can I have a look at that rod?
Not something I get asked every day.
Show me your rod.
Yes, of course. And she picks it up, and you can see that on the end of it, there's two of the top halves of two animals. There's one that's a bat, and then there is another one that's a snake. On the end of this sort of quite long metal stick, basically. The title on the little plaque underneath it is Rod of the Pact Keeper.
What?
Rod of the Pact Keeper.
What does this do?
I mean, loosely speaking, it's kind of I think it's a warlock thing. It makes you better at magic.
I was hoping it was the immovable rod thing.
No, unfortunately not.
How much would something like this set you for?
Oh, about 351 gold.
Oh, so not 250 gold then.
I didn't realise she specifically made it cost a bit more.
Well, you have 500 gold total, and you haven't asked about everything yet, so.
Yeah, what was the sword?
260.
Sorry, what was the sword?
What's the deal with the sword?
Oh, this, and she like takes it carefully off the rack. This is the Sunblade, as you can see, and she like gestures to the fact that it's made of fucking light and not metal. Now, I saw your eyes when I told you the price of the one. I will say that this is 3,811 gold. Should I keep talking, or should I put it back?
Yeah, put it back.
Okay. I mean, I'll be here if you ever, You said 260, Zach. Was that you trying to haggle? Do you want to make me a persuasion roll, please, sir?
Can I try and give him advantage?
Yeah, if you both want to be like...
So,
No, we got.
You got a natural 20?
30, 20.
A dirty 20. Okay. She's. I need to do some maths. Please hold.
No problem.
So just while I'm doing this math, when you're like, ah no, put it back, she's like, oh, you never know, you might win big at some of the games. Then you can come back and spend it all at my place. 260? Yeah, 260 sounds very fair. Okay. And she sort of takes your money, hands over the. You now have a Rod of the Pack Keeper +1.
Rod of the Pack Keeper, you say?
Yes. I can tell you all of the everything about it if you want. Now that you've bought it.
That's fine. Just send it to me.
Okay. I mean, I'm interested as well, so I'm still going to look. Do you have a specific budget? And she's sort of looking at you, Agamir.
About between 200 to 300.
Oh, well, we have a special deal on today. Let me... And she takes that sort of large, long chest out from behind her. Goes, take a look at these. Pulls the clips, saying...
Now remember, I have 10% of your profits at all times.
When did we agree that?
When you weren't executed on site.
Gentlemen, please. She opens it up and you can see that there is a javelin. And underneath that is a wand. She goes, now, this, and she picks up the javelin, this is crackling with lightning energy, if that is anything that you are particularly interested in. And then this, and she picks up the wand, she goes, this also will enhance your magical abilities as well. Maybe that's not quite as... Well, anyway, these two together will be 251.
How much, sorry?
251.
What is the specific thing that the javelin does? Is it... Lightning damage, don't throw it, it comes back, or...
Bear with me 2 seconds and I'll tell you. She goes, yes, I mean, it's much more devastating than a regular javelin. This will cause lightning strikes to fly out, and anyone that you hit, if you throw it hard enough in front of you, everyone you hit in that line will be electrocuted from bolts from above. And you also get this neat wand.
Yeah, what's the one?
I don't know. Well, you know, if you only want the javelin, then I'll happily just sell you the javelin for 250. Yeah, literally just gives you a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls, and you ignore half cover.
So what, sorry?
So you get +1 when you're attacking with spells, and you ignore half cover with spells.
Okay, yeah, so is it the javelin and the spear for 251?
Javelin and the one for 251, yes. Correct.
Okay, I'll take both of those for 251.
Sold! And she takes your money off you happily. Was there anything else? I've got some health potions, and she starts like sort of walking you around the other things.
I think I'm alright. I'll just put the spear on my back.
Theoretically, we have just funded your existence for the next 5.7 years, so I don't know what should be done with the salespeople, so to speak, thank you.
Oh, yeah, I mean, if there was any other things I could help with, then obviously I'm happy. You might have a lot of stuff to buy, but
And I will ask you those questions if I wish you, peasant. Thank you, good day.
Oh, it's that guy again. Oh,
I'm just like sorry about him.
That's okay. He's probably having a stressful day.
Yeah, I wish it was just a day.
Yay, saltiness already. Cool. Yeah, you go on. Sorry.
The javelin have a name.
The Javelin of Lightning.
Javelin of lightning. How actually?
Well, they were going to call it the Javelin of Fire, but they thought it was misleading.
Yeah, I mean,
confusing but exciting. It kept starting fires. We just assumed it was made of fire.
It's my desire.
What were the things on it? Like it's to hit that.
Oh, I don't know if it's got any. Oh, it says.
Or is it just the elitist? Jolly.
I mean, it's the stats will be a regular javelin. If you don't know those, then I can look you up. LMNO javelin of lightning. Yeah, regular javelin. It doesn't have any pluses.
Okay.
When you throw it, it transforms into a 5-foot wide bolt of javelin that hits everything in a 120-foot line. Everything needs to make a dex saving throw or take 4d6 lightning damage.
Oh yeah, here it is. Alright. Cool. And DC 13. Does it come back in the end, or do you have to pick it up?
Just checking. No, yeah, you have to go get it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it hits everything on the way to its target, and then when it hits its target, it does another 4d6 to what you were throwing it at.
Hey.
So that's a lot of damage.
Cool.
Cool. So you head back out into the street. There's people laughing and playing on all these games. There's 8 other different shops and the fortune teller, and then there's these outside games as well. Oh, hang on, sorry, and there's more. There is an outdoor table with a gazebo where people seem to be doing some sort of drinking game. There is a little shop that says, "Can you solve my puzzle?" There's the classic, like, ball in a cup game thing, and there's also a karaoke bar,
Hey.
if you'd like to do any other things.
I'll just get to hey, fancy some karaoke.
Me? No.
You sure?
I mean, I'll watch you do karaoke, that's fine.
What's the point if we're not both gonna do it?
Because it's interesting for me to watch you do karaoke.
It's fun if we both do it.
It's fun if I watch you do it.
You step up to the karaoke bar, and you see a poster on the side of it. It says karaoke competition. 3rd place gets a round of applause. 2nd place gets a wooden spoon. 1st place 400 platinum.
Oh, I've suddenly changed.
Oh, you're
Six for my heart's content. And I'll convince them that I'm the famous karaoke man.
I mean,
Karaoke.
you could just win. You don't have to lie your way there.
Well, true. But also, the prestige and the legend of karaoke man must live on. And if I'm not the one to do it, then who will be?
Okay, well, yeah. How your mind has changed on the matter. Cool. So that there's a big burly human fellow sort of welcomes you in. All right, lads, shot for some singing.
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. What do I call you?
Money and singing, yes. So how do I get the money?
Oh, well, there'll be a panel of judges that judges every contestant, and then whoever we vote will then put it to the people. Then it's 50%. It's basically X Factor.
Cool. So these judges, where can I find them?
Oh, it's all right. They'll come out when we're ready.
I guess I'll just have to put on the show of a lifetime.
Yes, exactly. So, what's their name?
Karaoke man.
Right, you are, karaoke man. And he gives you a little name badge. And you, sir?
Agamir.
No, Karaoke Junior. Come on.
I've put the name now, so he looks at you being significantly larger. He's like, I'm going to do what he said is to. And he hands you the piece of paper. All right, lads, we're starting in a moment.
I wish I could stand you right now. Small thing. Underestimating small people is not the way to go.
He pats you on the head and goes, "Have fun." Who wants to go first?
I am going to win this competition with my incredible karaoke and performance skills.
Okay.
We'll split the money, and then we'll split the money. Yeah.
Well, you get 10%, so that's fine.
No.
Well, I guess we'll see who does the best flipping. How about
Go on
this?
then.
If you win,
You go
we'll split
first.
it. But if I win, you get 10%.
Go on,
Cool.
children first.
Okay, performance check, please.
Because I can't sing in real life, but I'm
That's
going to
fine.
give you the best version of this universe's tribute that ever's ever done.
Me and my buddy Agamir here, we were hitchhiking down.
It's going to contain multiple gods. It's going to contain references to Yoga Buddha. You all remember that weird shit, the snake, right? Like, it's going to be epic. But I better roll for it to make sure it's as epic as I think it should.
Yeah, I mean, you will both know about the Jormungandr incident the same way that we know about Chernobyl. In that everyone tells us about it, but we weren't there and we, not visited.
I guess
There was this really cool guy who summoned like 500 Viking warriors. It was epic, and he heroically saved everyone's nation helplessly.
Yeah, the mythos has certainly snowballed.
I
Sorry?
get an 18. I get an 18 to sing about this.
An 18, nice. So yeah, you give a really so there's like a backing guy on guitar, and you sort of go, do you know tribute? It's like, oh yeah, of course. Dum, 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 dum. Like, and stuff. You do a really, in fact, probably better than Tenacious D did it. Let's be honest. They probably rolled about a 17 for that song. Yep, you are through to the quarterfinals. Agamir, do you want to give it a shot?
Yeah, so I got. Wait, would it be a performance?
Yeah, I also give me a little bit of flavour about what you would be singing.
So I do. Yeah, I get 21.
Nice.
I'll just say he just sings a I can't figure it, but just like a song that like soldiers would sing, or they would like doing.
Oh yeah.
loud stuff.
I don't know what I've been told.
Yeah, kind of like that. But it's like things where they kind of shout. Yeah, he's kind of just doing that, but he like does it really well, and then like the band picks up when it goes. They're just like it goes off, and it's like yeah.
The captain had a daughter, the dirty things he taught her. He shoved his hand in broken glass into her. So anyway, cool. Yeah, and it resonates a lot better. Like they're like, oh, cool, a song about like devils and shit, and then you're just like, oh, fucking stuff, and like everyone's like, yeah, I love this one. There's a couple of military guys like out with uniform who are also like, oh, we know this one. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay. So it's you again then. Quarterfinals. Glork.
So now it's going to be a tribute to the tribute to the tribute. Because I'm just going to consistently come up with original bangers. Karaoke man.
So it's now gone to fuck her hard. Sorry, fuck her gently.
Oh, and I got the 21 for that one.
Nice. Yeah. So you sort of give Agamir the side eye, like, oh, I see, and like up your game for the next song. People are like, oh yeah, well, fair enough, mate. You were saving it up. Agamir, what you got?
Okay. 19 performance.
Nice.
And I forgot. What's your character's name again, Zach? I forgot.
Glork.
Glork.
Good. I'll look to you. Has anyone heard? What was it? What's it called? It's literally just called like "fuck you with an anchor" from Ailstorm, and I'll just look at Glork and just start singing that.
Yeah.
Just fuck.
I'm just going to mouth
with
to you.
fucking anchor.
I'm just going to mouth to you that your salary is cut to 5% and you don't have a union. So.
Oh man, if you guys were wizards, this would be like a counterspell. Okay, so yeah, you both absolutely get into the semi-finals. You see one, there's a guy who didn't get in who kicks off a little bit of a fuss and goes, oh, it's much better than that way, and you see him like pulled out by his collar. It's like, you've had too much, mate. Come on, and like, cool, right. Glork, we're back on you.
Okay, cool. So I've done the tribute. I've done a tribute to the tribute. But now I'm just going to sing about how wonderful this town is.
Oh,
I
nice.
have to shout out to the hometown.
I-
And also how good Marcus is. I don't give a shit if I'm talented. I'm trying to win.
So you sing the famous classic, "O Flower of Drakemount."
Okay. I sing it with a 50. I don't know it that well. I probably should have picked a better song.
A 15.
I picked a song that I don't really know, and I've tried.
Okay. Yeah, everyone's sort of like, yeah, I think maybe your run might be up, and people give you a sort of...
It's like, shit, tribute was better.
Yeah. Play tribute. Right, Agamir, can you bring it?
Can you bring it?
And what is he singing?
Can he bring it? Yes, he can.
So, what's he sing now?
Can he dig it? Yes, he can.
I can't think of any bit.
You don't have
I've forgotten all songs.
I don't know any song.
You should do a version of Take 5 by Dave Brubeck, where it's like
Okay, so was it specifically a singing contest? Or?
Yeah, I mean it's karaoke. I mean, what were you gonna suggest though?
Not Britain's Got Talent, mate.
Yeah, I'll just sing some random fucking obscure desert song about sand or something. Oh no, I rolled a 6, so yeah.
You rolled a 6.
You alienated the audience.
Ah, okay.
Confused and upset.
So, can you both? How am I going to do this? Can you both just roll a persuasion check each?
What is my persuasion?
Nice.
I got 17.
Okay, what did you get?
I got a 24 for my persuasion score.
Okay, so neither of you were better than the elven woman that went on to win it. And she picks up her 400 platinum. She's like, yeah! But then as she leaves, there's a bunch of guys that come up. There's a group of people who are like, play tribute! And then there's the group of like out of uniform soldiers as well. It's like, hey lads, we've been having a little bet. We were really hoping you'd get into the finals. We've only got a little bit left over, but do you want like 50% of the pot just to do a rap battle between the two of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
Winner takes all.
Can you do opposed performance checks for me, please?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. 19.
A dirty 20.
Oh!
My performance is +5 and I rolled 15.
Okay.
Mine's +2.
So,
I'm a warlock.
they're like, oh, that's really hard to choose, but it just so happens that it just slides over into Glork, and they sort of pick him up on their shoulders without consent and start cheering him. And you guys do get 100 platinum as a sort of consolation from that little that back alley karaoke. Yeah.
This would be important. Who did they give it to?
Oh, they give it to Glork because he's the winner of the.
I will give you half. So I'm a merciful god, remember. There's a reason why we're friends.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you get 50 platinum, Agamir.
Oh yeah, part of my personality, just like in real life, but personality specifically, he pilfers between being really, really pissed off and angry, but also just unbelievably generous.
Okay.
But then he'll get up, then later on he's going to get upset because he's remembered he's given money away, and he likes money.
Okay. So there are, if you want to, there are still some other games. You get, as you've walked past all the stalls, you get the idea that the wheel spin, the hammer stump, and the darts are all basically double your money. The fortune teller costs 15 gold. And then the drinking game, the puzzle box, and the cup game give you like a specific item, like magical item reward.
Oh, so there was that antique shop. There are less like specific like shops that sells magical stuff. Basically, I want a bag of holding.
You want okay. So there's an armorer, a weaponsmith, a huntsman, a leatherworker. Probably the leatherworker would be your best bet.
So I'll head over to the leatherworker.
Sure.
I mean, we got 50 platinum each, double our money. We got to figure out how much the bag holding costs first.
So do I.
I am sick of carrying around all my shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, more importantly, I'm sick of making you carry around all my shit. it in the bag.
It's like waterboarding, but with a bag of holding over their head. Like, okay, so okay, all right. Hang on, bear with me. Okay, cool. I need. First of all, can you roll a d8 for me, please?
Was that me? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I don't care who, but yeah, you. Four. So. Okay. And then can you please roll a d4 and tell me if it's odds or evens?
That's 44.
Yeah.
It is even.
Okay, nice. Yeah, when you go into the leatherworker and they have sort of leather, studded leather, quivers, that sort of thing. And it's a wood elf lady who goes, "Hey, sup? You need something?"
It's like, yeah, have you got a bag of holding at all?
Oh, yeah. Funny enough, I do. I met a guy who could help with the enchantment. It's do you wanna, yeah, sure. I don't have it around because it's probably my most expensive. And she like rummages around underneath it. And she pulls out a bag of holding that is not a bag of devouring. Well done.
Oh god.
She's like, yeah, if you'd rolled odds. And she's like, yeah, this I mean, it was kind of just a pet project. I guess maybe give me 300 gold.
300? Yeah, I do 300.
Yeah.
How much is one platinum piece worth?
10. So 30 platinum will be.
30. Oh, so it's expensive.
I mean, yeah. The character with your items for that.
Yeah, but yeah, there you go. Give her 30 platinum.
Chink. Thank you very much. And she hands you over a bag of
And
holding.
then, next question.
Oh yeah.
How many nails do you have?
Nails. You're probably best off asking someone else. Probably the huntsman or the armor smith. I don't really.
Alright, well, thank you very much. And I would like
Why? I'm like.
As we leave the shop, I immediately start pulling things out of pockets that I shouldn't be able to keep in there, and start dumping them to you. But this goes in the bag. This goes in the bag.
hang on. I've got the bag up. I don't know what I've got planned for this.
Neither do I.
I continue to put stuff in the bag and ignore his comment. This goes in the bag.
All he has to do is do this, and then you're you're like 3 foot tall.
Just wait for a minute, and yeah, go to the plane, like with either one of them. Go to the animal one, I guess.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, cool. Huntsman's for like he does like fletching and that sort of stuff. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I was just.
Alright, pal.
I was like, nails. You got any nails?
Yeah, I don't really sell them, but you can have some of mine, I guess. But how many do you need? What size?
As many as you're willing to give.
I mean, I can give you what I have left for 5 gold.
Yep.
Nice, and he takes 5 gold. That's over.
Yeah. I will take all of those and literally just place the bag on the floor, open it up, and put all of the nails into the bag of holding.
Okay.
I'm just like, and I'll look at Glork. It's like, do you know what happens when you turn the bag of holding inside out?
I mean, it explodes. I am very aware of how that holding works.
Oh, you made a fucking claymore!
What happens when you put a bunch of nails in? This is a tactic we used before quite a few times.
You've spent 300 gold on a glorified nail bomb. I should never do that.
An infinite nail bomb. I'll have you.
How is it infinite?
Because as long as I have nails.
But
to carry around our stuff in the infinite.
I mean, you're welcome to put stuff in the bag.
I hate to shit on your parade. Hang on. I need to check I'm right.
I don't think the bag gets destroyed in the infinite.
I think it does. Hang on.
Alright, well, it's a last ditch thing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Hang on. If the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it ruptures and is destroyed, and its contents are scattered in the astral plane. If the bag is turned inside out, its contents spill forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again.
Yeah.
So it only explodes if it's destroyed.
Oh no, it's the nails just spilled out.
Yeah, sorry.
I swear it was the exploded out.
Yeah, so it does explode when it's overloaded, pierced, or torn, but it just ruptures and it scatters the stuff on the astral plane. If the bag's turned inside out, its contents spill forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again.
Can we see the nails come out of the horse just because it's cool?
It is cool, but you're gonna have to get cleverer because, yeah. You'll find a way. In fact, I tell you what, you have a bag of holding. If you want to get it enchanted with some extra shit on it, then all you need to do is find someone with the ability and the willingness to turn it into a claymore, a bag of claymore.
Okay. I'm like, fine, and they were just holding the bag open, just like, put your stuff in.
It's like, good, I'm glad you finally seen reason.
I'm just like, though, no, if it comes to it, this bag will explode.
Yeah.
I will find a way.
My item size, it'll be, you'll definitely do a second job, maybe even a third. I mean, John the housekeeper goes, going. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but.
Sorry,
Okay.
remind me why we. I was like, that's just like, well, just like when God dropped the stupid voice.
This is where I reveal, by the way. That's how I talk normally.
Was that how you talk the whole time I've known you?
Yeah. No, I've been talking like that. I talk like that every so often when we go on like diplomatic missions, and I basically drink potions like it. But most of the time I sound a bit the geese, but that's not really how I am as a person.
So would I?
So it's quite confusing.
People seem to not respect me when I talk with my normal accent.
Yeah, I thought like this, mate, right? It's not think that this is how I talk.
So
Anyway.
Agamir know that that's your normal voice.
You would have worked that out by now, yeah.
Yeah, you'd work that out in the last 6 months, but you don't really like it. You prefer the noble one. But it seems to be I'm a bit more of a nice person when I speak like this.
The only way is Goblin.
I get up my own arse.
So I don't know if I prefer that. I'm starting to question whether I prefer your other voice. It sounds like a brother.
But
I was like,
shit, they're both for arseholes, and that's the point.
I was just like, right, anyway, should we, I'll just go up and it's like, well, apart from the nails, what else have you got here?
Right, you asking the person who you were just in? Okay. Can give you like arrows, quivers, bows, axes, traps. Got bait, fishing rods, that sort of stuff.
I just sort of look through and I'm like, the giant sword, like the sword, the maul, the great sword, like what about? I'm just like, not really one for bows and stuff, but thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good day. Enjoy the festival.
Like you two.
Cool. Glork, what are you doing with your money?
Well, you see, I might invest it in a very smart scheme, but I need to find somewhere to invest in this shit all the time.
Okay.
And I thought that before the diplomatic visit, so I'm going to go speak to the carrier diplomats and be like, guys, you're looking for investors.
We're just having a drink, thanks.
Okay, well, let's do some drinking.
Okay.
Big boy,
Do you... Are you...
come and do some drinking?
Wait, and I'm just like, wait. I'm just sitting right behind you. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You really doing some drinking?
I'm just like, sure.
One of the...
I think my pal here can probably win. So,
Do you want to...
thumbs up, lads.
Do you want to make that interesting and take it over there? And there's the drinking game laid out.
Yeah.
Alright. Fucking alright then.
I guess we are.
So you head over to the drinking game. It's 8 gold to play.
I'm just like, if I'm doing this, you're paying for it.
How about I pay half for your admission fee?
How about you pay the admission, because if I'm about to get pissed drunk.
I love this.
I mean, it's a cheaper night out than what you usually spend. I know, I'm usually
Well,
the
it's not
bartender.
cheap. It's not cheaper if I'm paying $8 for it.
Fine! And I just throw the guy 60 gold.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay! You don't have to take it in turns, so they sling out one. It looks like a pretty regular beer. Can you please make Constitution saving throws, lads?
I got 19.
Nice. Agamir?
18.
Yep, you're fine. They sling out another one. This one looks sort of a bit darker. There's no head on it at all. It just seems to be black all the way through.
I had something similar on my stage.
Yeah, as you swing it back, you're like, oh, that's not good in any sense. It's just alcohol. Like, there's no good here. Can you make
Salute.
I got 21.
Nice. Zach?
21.
Fucking nice. You guys are just like, oh yeah, we fucking drink like blood. Like, fuck off. This is easy. And there's a couple of the people who liked tribute who are like, oh no, that wasn't for my palate. Sorry lads, and they walk off. Obviously the soldiers are still there. They slide out another one. This time the glass is only about half the size, and it's just completely clear. As you slam it back, and you're like, oh, it doesn't even taste of, and it's like fire all the way down your insides. Constitution saves, please.
23.
Fucking hell.
17.
Nice. Okay. So you made it. Glork, you're a bit like, oh god, I hope this is. How many more of these?
Sorry, I think I had water just then.
Could I have some alcohol, please? Yeah, there's two.
Maybe pay your admission, you little shit.
Two of the soldiers are now like, oh, fucking don't, and they go off to like throw away. So there's one soldier, one tribute, and both of you guys left. Constitution saves, please. I might roll for these guys as well, actually. 2 secs. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, I think I'm out.
Yeah.
5.
Oh. I got.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What did you get?
I got 5, so I'm going to put it down to the fact that I keep fucking with magic constantly. Like, I don't know how my brain moves.
I mean, yeah, you're also 3 foot tall. Like, sometimes it's just biology.
I got 17.
Oh, my friend, I'm so sorry. Let's. Okay. So they slide out the 4th drink. The 4th drink now is the same size glass, and it seems to be like a red sort of color, and it smells really good. It's like nice and fruity. Everyone like sinks it back, going like, "This is fucking easy. This town just doesn't know how to fucking." And everyone simultaneously both vomits and shits at the same time as everyone fails their check. The person running the event was like, well, I'm gonna have to clean that up. I don't really think any of you deserve the prize.
I'm just like, fuck off, I deserve it.
And you're yelling just next to him. Fuck off! Yeah, you guys. Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna give him advantage or something because I'm fucking pissed. Like,
Yes, you are. What did you get, Jack? You can have advantage.
Okay, what is my thing? It is 7. 7? Okay, I got 24 then.
Holy shit. So, like, you stand up and you're like, I fucking think I did pretty alright. I won the prize. And then this goblin, like, jumps up as well. This little black guy's like, yeah, give him the fucking shit. He's like, alright, it was just a game anyway. Fuck it. And he, like, he just hands it over and goes, go on, just fuck off, mate. You're drunk. Agamir gets... What?
I make sure we get the bottle. I'm definitely using that as a poison.
He's like, nah, go on, guys. And there's some guards sort of walk over gently, like, All right, lads, everything okay? And they sort of like gesture you, like, come on. You do get though a soothing salve. Basically, it's a thing that if you apply it to yourself, it will remove all conditions. So like paralyze, poison, petrify, whatever. Sorry, not petrify. So yeah, it removes a lot of conditions, but it'll remove all of them at once. But it's like a one-use thing. So you guys are sort of stumbling around. You only had 4 drinks, but the last 2 were probably about 6 drinks each. So you're stumbling through town. You both, although you're not exhausted, you still have the negative of level 1 exhaustion. So you've got disadvantage on stuff. And then, can you both roll perception checks for me, please? Yes, it will.
Well, I'm lucky that I got a 16 and 14, but I have no plus for perception, so I have 14.
14. So, you're too busy, like, looking over your prize and counting all your money. Glork, what you notice is that you see what seems like military guys, like, teleporting in on the teleport stone. Now, people normally just come and go on the teleport stone. It's not as common because it's quite an expensive way to travel, like, you have to have your own thing set up. But the military are coming in, but they're not wearing the same sort of stuff that you're used to seeing anywhere. And you see them, there's about 16 of them before the first ones start moving, and they get spears off of their backs and they run them through the mages that are standing around the outside of the teleportation circle that sort of keep that protected. And they're just
Like the one reason we've been brought.
a couple of people like start screaming and running off, and eventually people are like, "What's going on?" Because not everyone can see. And eventually everyone starts going, "Oh fuck!" And like everything just changes. There was the cacophony of laughter and happiness, and now it just descends and merges into this just screaming and everyone disappearing. Eventually you will notice this, Jack. Can you make a history check for me as well, please, bud?
I got 5.
Okay.
I'm not playing.
You wouldn't be able to pass this check just from. It was an Agamir check, but he doesn't know shit. Cool. So yeah, all you see is that there's mages that have been killed by some sort of foreign military, and once those mages are down, they start heading beeline towards the castle where Gorkamork went to meet. There's guards running towards them, but there's more and more like appearing each time. There's probably about 28 of them by now.
So I'm going to chuck a circle of death at them.
Oh Jesus!
Before they get there.
What does Circle of Death do? Is it like?
Circle of Death is a 60-foot radius, and so you pick a point within range, and then they have to make a con save, or I get to do 8d6 necro damage.
Woo!
Half if it's a fail save.
Woo!
So half damage is spent.
All right. Con save, you said. Oh.
Yeah, con save or 8d6 damage.
Sorry, I've just fucked everything. Okay, I unfucked it. Right. Okay. Let's say that they're in 4 groups. What's the DC? Oh Jesus.
Right, spell save DC. Oh crap, that's one thing I need to come and grab.
I mean, I can tell you actually. Your spell save DC is 18. So,
18.
so there's about a quarter of them that survive that make their check. So roll your damage and we'll see what's left.
Good. Never have I been more justified than backing a Kickstarter and also buying a tube of extra D6s.
Sure.
I have a 6, 11, 18, 22, 25, 32 damage.
32. All right then. So 16 on half, yeah.
Yep, 16 on hard,
Okay.
32 on everyone that doesn't fail no concert.
Sure. So there a lot of them all suddenly just you can see like the blood like draining out of them. They all get quite like thin and frail. They're still moving and they're still running the other way. The guys who resisted it still look pretty hurt, and they turn around to look at the two of you, seeing where it's coming from, and they all move together in like there's a group of 8 of them walking towards you. Do you guys want to? I should have said roll initiative, shouldn't I? Roll initiative. You get a surprise round as well, Jack. Don't worry. I just want to see where we're starting.
I got 14.
Okay.
I got 30.
Okay, cool. Right, so Jack, this is a surprise round for you, and then regular initiative is going to start with Zach.
Cool. I'm just like, well, I guess I'll test out this spear.
Nice, yep.
So is there like a guy at we aim it at the guy at the back and try and line it up to go through as many as possible?
Yeah, I mean, you've got 2 rows of 4, so if you chuck it to the side, you could probably hit about 3 or 4 of them, like in a diagonal.
Are they like 5 feet apart because it's like 5 foot?
I'll say you can hit 4 of them if you go around to the side.
Yeah, I'll throw it like left side.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead. Make your roll.
I don't know what the pluses are.
Oh, it's just so it's a dex weapon, so you just do proficiency plus dex.
Wait, is it dex for? Because I swear generally you can use this.
If it's versatile, hang on book. God, I'm having to use like 4 books for this. Right. Javelin.
I did just roll a 20,
So it doesn't really matter, but... Did you roll a natural 20?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, these guys are dead. Yeah, no, it's... If you're throwing it, then it's dex,
Alright.
I think.
I've got minus dex, so maybe that wasn't the best one.
But it's a d20, so it does, it's a natural 20, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, so... You will do 8d6 lightning damage. No, sorry, 4d6 lightning damage to all the ones on the way. So if you want to roll that out. No, yeah, no, sorry, it is 8d6. Because it's doubled.
8.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Alright. So, it's 4. So you have 5, 9, 10, 13, and then 6, 10, 15, so 13 and 15, so what, 28, 27.
27 damage. Okay, so I didn't do my dex save. Oh, they failed it. So 27, 30, 40. Okay, so you throw this javelin out. Yeah, hey, I know there's more, but you throw this javelin out, and and you just see 3 of them drop down dead. And then it hits the last guy, who was going to take another 8d6 damage. So do you want to roll that as well? Fucking critting on this javelin is fucking bullshit.
5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 10, 13. So 21.
21. Okay, so the last of the guys does manage to survive.
Does he take damage from the javelin actually hitting as well? Because that was just the lightning.
And that is the damage that it does. So it only does the lightning damage.
Okay, yeah.
And so he's very much like, oh fuck, you know, like he's a little bit withered. He's like been shocked all over, and you can see like he's like blacked and charred all over him. He's like stumbling towards you still. Right. Anything else from you?
Well, I can do 2 attacks, I think.
Yes, you can. Let me just check whether that thing uses your attack or your action. Do you want to roll what you're doing anyway, and then I'll take the roll if it's allowed.
So basically, I'm gonna draw Dawnbreaker.
Oh Jesus. Yep, each creature, yeah.
So
Make a ranged weapon attack. Yeah, okay, you can attack again.
So I feel bad. Like, but please believe me, I rolled another 20.
Hang on, I'm coming in.
And I haven't touched it. I mean, I could just very easily swap it over.
That's fine, I trust you.
Don't do that.
Alright, another nat 20.
And I'll just go up to the first guy and just.
Yep.
2d6. So that was 6 plus.
4d6 because it's crit.
Gross.
12.
Is this the guy you threw the javelin at?
No, I'll go up to someone on the right because I threw him with so I'll just go up to like the first person on the right.
Sure, yeah.
So 12, 16, 19 damage.
Okay.
Wait, 19 plus 7, so 26.
Yes, okay, so you cleave this guy in two, and then something happens, right?
Yeah, yeah. But he dies, but as his body, as he like bisects across the floor, he starts to like crack, like he's made of stone from the cracks, like light, pure white light shines out of it. And then he just explodes.
This hurts you as well, right? Because you're within the range.
I failed to say, all hostile creatures.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine then. So it's within 10 feet, so it'll probably catch another 2 guys.
Yeah, so then that's 2d6 radiant.
They need to make a save though.
Yes.
So that's 12. I'm assuming that fails.
What's the save? A Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. What's your spell DC?
My spell save is just +7, so what's 17?
No, the one above that.
Oh, 15, yeah.
Okay, so they fail, so they take 2d6 radiant damage and they're blind.
Hey, so that's I think 7 damage.
Okay, so the one that you cleft into dies, and then the 2 next to him as well now can't see and are a little bit more hurt. Have you got any bonus action stuff, or are you done?
I mean, I think I did pretty good.
Yeah, that's fine. Right, Glork, you're up. You've. Is the circle of death? Is that a concentration thing that stays, or is it just a one-time thing?
I think it's just a one-time thing. I'll double check.
Is it in the PHP?
This is something that I need to pick. That's a spell.
Yeah, I mean, just from the name, right?
Yeah, I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna do it. It's duration instantaneous.
So yeah, it just happens once. That's good. Otherwise, that's fucking broken.
If
Cool.
I casted it at a 7th level instead of a 6, I would get an extra 2d6.
Nice.
How
Yeah. So.
many of them left out then?
So running towards you, there was 8. There's now still 4, but 3 of them are very badly hurt. There's one guy who's managed to like dodge out of all of this.
He's just there like, what the fuck?
Okay, so one of the ones that isn't up, I'm going to cast my 7th level spell on, which is Finger of Death. One of the ones that's not up, which is negative energy coursing for a creature that you can see within range, causing it searing pain. The target must make a con saving throw, and then I'll tell you what it does after.
I'll look it up myself while I fail this throw. Finger of Death. Is there anything you have that isn't of death?
There's a few things of death that I don't
Ooh, that's Jesus. A lot of damage. I got a natural 20.
Oh, you may have saved it, but Jack, it's 78 plus 13 of crossing damage for failed save. Half this much damage than a successful one.
So that's
It's basically a super weapon.
minimum 37 damage, maximum 86 damage.
Shit, why is this 88? diamonds.
Diamond.
Hit me diamonds.
What the hell?
Oh my god, that's not it! A human killed by this spell rises at the start of your next turn as a zombie that's permanently under your control.
What the fuck? The spell just keeps on going.
It's the spell that keeps giving!
So it'll be 28, and instead of the plus 30, I'm guessing the plus would be 15.
Right, hold on. What did you roll on the dice total?
27.
So that's 57 divided by 2 rounded down, so that's 28. Okay. And did you do this on the one that hasn't really been hurt, or one of the other ones?
One of the ones that hasn't been hurt.
Okay, he fucking dies. Which means that when he starts his turn... No, when you start your turn, you will have a zombie forever.
Nice.
Alright. Anything else?
I feel like that scared the shit out of him.
Also,
That's like an
Zach,
example of
sorry
something.
mate, your camera has slowly been showing less and less of you. Do you want to just... There we go.
Sorry, it's on charge. I will take charge now.
Cool. Do I get a turn now?
No.
Okay. So, 3 badly wounded soldiers come to stab Glork.
I'm not surprised.
Not for very much longer. Ah, right. Da-da-da-da. So that is a 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that is.
I'll just do both of them. And a 11 to hit.
11 misses.
Just. Okay. So what damage does this do? D10 plus 3. So that's 12 damage on on that hit. What was that noise?
That was me crying.
Alright. And then the other 2, so... Oh, fuck. A miss. That's better. 19 to hit.
Hits.
Oh, cocked. So another 7 damage.
Yep.
And then the third guy rolls a 20 something, so that's a hit. And another miss, so that's just 10 more damage.
So, yeah. Agamir!
How much health do you have?
94, so, sorry.
Yeah, he's not dead yet.
7.
So there's the thunk 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 as these like spears are going into you, and you shit. Fuck. And the after their turn, basically, as they're fighting you, you see another like set of guards like come in, and they all start charging towards the castle. Jack, you're up.
Looking through my spells.
He's doing spells. I can do spells too.
Yeah, so I will. I will attack with Dawn Improvement, but first I will cast Branding Smite.
Okay,
So,
is that an action or a bonus action?
bonus action?
Okay, cool.
So yeah, the weapon glows with ancestral radiance. The next attack deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage.
Oh, I remember this. The stack.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the target creature shifts to its light and 5 foot radius and can't become invisible. So,
If it gets hit, yeah.
yeah, if,
Cool.
if I hit him, yeah.
Go ahead.
Which I'm not sure because I've got so it was 17, 18, 19.
That does just hit, yeah.
So 2. Wait. So 2d6. I'll do this sword, so it's 2d6. So 7, 14 from the sword,
Nice.
and then 14 from the sword, and then 5 as in, like
So 19. And then have you added your modifier on at the end as well?
Yeah, the +7.
Yeah, okay, cool. Cool, yeah. So 19 damage has been done to one of the chaps.
Slice the fiend.
He's not dead. Do you want to attack again?
Oh yeah, I can.
Yep.
I cast a spell. Oh no, it's attacks per action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll slice again with
Go and bring it up.
Order for 22.
That'll hit.
And I rolled a 10 to hit.
Nice.
I love my level.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze now.
Right, Zach looked out the window so it says hey people.
Oh, I went out tonight.
Oh yeah, he did.
I think it's 5 8
So 6, 13.
13 more damage.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, so you're like bringing this greatsword down, and he's having to like use the whole of his spear to like block each one, but still taking damage and getting exhausted. Have you guys been rolling with disadvantage for your exhaustion? Because you're drunk.
Okay.
Do you wanna just roll 2 d20s for me, Jack? Because you yeah. It's my fault for forgetting, I guess. Okay.
D20.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'll adjust it. Yeah, fine. Cool. Anything else? Anything else from you? I think you're all spent, aren't you? Unless you want to run away.
No.
Okay, Zach. Let's see.
Okay. Well.
So there's 3 guys left on your side.
Cool. They're all pretty ropey, or something like that.
One of them is very close to death. The other 2, sorry, 2 of them are very close to death. No, all 3 of them are very close to death. Yeah, go on.
Okay, I'm gonna do an Eldritch Blast. I've got 3 beams, so I'm gonna throw it again.
Nice. Do you have to roll a hit for each one? Yeah.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure. This will make a ranged spell attack. Yeah, make a ranged spell attack. So roll 3 d20s and add a number. And that number is 10.
Cool.
Roll it with disadvantage. Because you're pissed.
That's fine, I got 17 and 18, so...
Seven.
28, so 1 hit.
Yep.
And then 10 plus 10, so 20.
Okay.
Ooh, and then 12. I don't know.
The 12 will miss, so 2 of them are getting it. Do you want to roll damage for that?
I do indeed, Rooney. And it's 3d10 force damage. So 14?
14 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on. I think I've written this down wrong because you can. It's okay. I've written this down wrong. One gets an 8, one gets a 3. Is that right?
Checking the spell.
Yeah, I think I'm just being an idiot.
It's d10 damage, and then if you've got one of the mods that lets you add your charisma modifier to damage, then it's +5.
Right. Let me just roll again.
No, that's fine. So if you rolled an 8 and a 3, then that would make it a. Do you have the thing that gives you bonus to your Eldritch Blast? Yeah.
Yeah, let's go yes.
Yes. So it'll be a 13 and a 8. Both of them drop dead.
Nice, good.
So there's one fella left whose go it now is. Let's see if I can try and coup de grace here. Yeah, alright.
Does my zombie at this point have to roll initiative?
Oh, he will just take actions on your turn. So you do also have a zombie.
Cool. Can he also go and slap the last one?
Yeah, make a d20 and I think add 3.
Yeah.
If that's a natural 20, I swear to God.
Yes.
Fuck's sake. Alright.
Sorry.
So d6, so 2d6 plus 2, I think it is.
Fucking win. See, to be fair, the other natural 20 I got this session was the history check that wasn't even hit. Oh, it's fine. He does fuck all. He does 2 damage plus 2, so he does 4.
Okay, 4 damage to that last guy. Okay.
Right up the shoulder.
Okay, he still gets a turn. Right. Jack does a 22 hit you, yes. And does does an 8 hit you. Okay. If you say so. I'm not convinced. You take an amazing 7 damage.
No way, I'm only on 140.
First blood of you. And then it's the end of his turn, and it's your go, Jack. Do you want to just describe how you kill this guy?
How is he that low?
He's got 6 HP, and you exist, so...
Yeah, no, you're right. Is the javelin within range, or is that?
It's still stuck in the guy that you're fighting.
Oh, it's in him?
Yeah.
Oh shit, nice. So I will grab the javelin, I guess, sticking out like his shoulder or something.
Yeah.
And like, oh no, I keep it in it and twist it in his shoulder.
Oh, man.
As it twists and like lightning crackles like from like forearm down it into him. And then I'll take Dawnbreaker and stab it into his other shoulder, twist that, and then just radiant light beams into the other shoulder. Just rip him out.
His head just fucking pops, like... Okay,
Trophy pumping him full of it, like nature energy.
yeah. I'm not going to take that away from you, because that's really cool. Just so you know, the javelin, you can only use it once per dawn.
Yeah.
But just, yeah, it's flavour.
Yeah, it's a flavor.
Cool, yeah, he's very much dead, and he sizzles and crackles on the floor. So you pull your stuff up. You can see that the guards at the door are doing good work, and there are also mages like on the parapets that are hitting through these soldiers. But you see out one of the windows of this castle, you can see just like basically what looks like a red eldritch blast. Glork, you know that that's the symbol of shit's gone fucky. You need to come here so we can get out of here.
Just like, well, because some joking, I'm just, oh, fuck.
You fucking let's just go.
Wow, fuck.
And then I'm going to spin the coin in my hand. But anyway, right, just in case. Whew. And then I guess we run after.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell us what the coin told you to do.
It's one of I'm going to change it flavor-wise, but I changed my voice. It's going to be me spinning the coin in my hands.
Oh, okay, fine.
Charm.
Okay, cool.
Coin.
So you guys
We have to pop a potion every 5 minutes.
start running towards the doors. And there's a legion of troops now, like and bodies sort of everywhere. I'm imagining. Do you have a shield, Jack? I guess not, because you've got a great sword. Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah, because I have I have Dawnbreaker, which is a great sword. I have and then a normal great sword because I have like dual wielding because I run up.
Clang. Can you both roll percentile dice for me, please?
Yes. 14.
Okay.
71.
Okay, so as you guys are running like towards the gates, Agamir like has Dawnbringer drawn and is like getting into battle charge, and like cleaves out one of the troops' legs from behind them. A couple of them turn around and realise that you guys are there. Just as you go like to hit the second one, thinking you're gonna like carve your way through this, you see this like rumble of just like black energy just shoot out either side of you, and then these huge black tentacles start just lashing onto people's necks and spattering them about like Hulk and Loki, and just ripping through the sides of them. You see Glork's like coins glowing in his hand, Glork, as you wipe out this huge chunk of these soldiers and clear a path, and sort of start. Agamir sort of stops like, that was cool, and then you see Glork just like run through your legs like so you guys managed to clear enough of the space. Like most of the troops that were fighting now are dead. There's only a couple left, and the other guards can absolutely handle those now. You get to the doors and they are shut. There's a couple of guards there who are still like shields up like, who the fuck are you? Thanks for the help and all, but what do you want?
So we're out here for our sire.
I'm still drunk, so I'm just like, fuck you.
I'm just gonna give her a little slap and just be like, look. It's like, we're here for our
Come down here! What? Ow!
Yeah, I'm drunk.
Yeah. Sorry, Zach. Go on, Zach.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a slap. Just be like, look, put your shit up.
What, your boss is in there? What, he's one of the 7?
Yes, one of the 7. Go.
Oh, fucking...
Stop wasting my time.
Yeah, I don't have time to check your papers either. They're safer in there, honestly.
I'll kill all of these people for you. Get out of my way.
Make either intimidation or persuasion. And
100%.
Can I give him one?
yes, you can.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
I'll just, as you're saying it, I'll just stand up.
Yeah.
So I've got a 1 and a 20. So.
So what's the total score though? What's the intimidation? 20 plus. Oh, I can tell you that.
It'll be
Plus 5. So 25. Yeah, he's like, very sorry, sir. It's not really safe. Oh, fuck it. And he like, he pulls the door just open a little bit. He's like, go, and like shut as you go in. I have to, and then the door shuts behind you. You can see like there's a bunch of guards out the side. Like, did you get let in or did you? Who are you? This is on the inside now.
Am I still drunk at this point?
Yes.
It's like, I'm just gonna be like, I said to the previous one, I'm sick of talking to him. Glork, where is he now?
I don't really think you want to go in there. That's where who are you?
Do you see the guard behind you? He has literally food himself. Just don't do this to you. Only where man is.
Okay, like, could you? And they get one of the like sort of wait staff that are sort of hiding in a corner. It's like, could you just take these guys away? Thank you. And the wait staff's like, yes, please come with me. I can show you where it is, but I don't think I can go in. And they rush off, and everyone sort of closes around the door again and starts putting their hands up against it. You get taken through a couple of corridors and next to a large door, and it's labelled with a nice like plaque which says the dining hall. She's like, okay, you can go in, but it's. Did you?
Go in and then just...
Yeah, you like reach over her and pull the door. She's like, I wasn't okay, and she like walks off. As you guys walk in, you can see a couple of things. There is a long table set out with food for a lot of different people. Very few of those people are left over. There's a couple of dead wait staff on the floor. One of them's still like moving and coughing up blood, but lying on the floor. You can still. Can you make a investigation check? One or both of you. Yep. You can.
That is a fucking waste.
Alright, so it'll be funny though.
Or alternatively, I got nothing plus investigation.
So,
But I got 15 and 16, so 15 will be my next one.
Yep.
so is there enough for both of us?
No.
So I kind of like, I'll just take a scoop and I'll like I'm still drunk and look at it and just like put it in my mouth.
you didn't really read the instructions, but it still does the job. It's like eating tiger balm, and it's like, this is so much worse. But yeah, you sober right the fuck up. You can make your check without disadvantage.
Yeah. Totally worth it.
Rolls a 3.
No, rolls a 4.
Plus what?
What was it? Investigation?
Yeah.
4.
Okay, so you sober the fuck up. You're like, okay, I can look now, and your eyes are just streaming with tears. You're like, everything seems fine. Meanwhile, Glork, you like go around the room. You know magic and shit. So you like climb up on the table. You can see that there is like residue of. There seems to be like water, maybe even like drops of snow, like scattered about on the table. And then right next to them, there's like bits of ash. And the table looks a little bit charred. You usually chalk this sort of thing out to people like casting different elements of spells at the same sort of time, you think. Can you make an Arcana check for me, please, Glork? As you're the one noticing this. Disadvantage, because you're drunk.
Oh, yeah. 13.
Okay. Yeah, there's no more information. But you do see the lack of Gorkamork being there. You can see lying on the floor. You can see they're still breathing, but definitely lying on the floor still, sort of talking in hushed tones, is Lord Marcus and Emperor Larariath. And unfortunately, you also see the body of Cassian.
Oh, no.
Cassian. Morrigan's dad. Yeah.
Wait, does Marcus still have a fucked up face?
Well, if you remember, Marcus became a finger.
Oh, he's a robot.
Yeah, so yeah, he's basically Iron Man now. He normally wears like a porcelain like masquerade mask and then clothes over everything and gloves, which he has been today. But the mask is off now and he's taken his hood down, so you can see this like really beautifully made robot with it's got like gold inlays that like come up in cool patterns. But it's blue most of them. Sorry, go on.
It'd be something that I'm used to seeing, like just seeing a robot.
I mean, you've heard of Warforged. You know that they exist, which are basically like robot people. But no, this is a sight for you. It kind of just looks like he's wearing really, really expensive armor. So you don't know he's a robot.
Just like what?
I'm
just gonna go like ting ting ting.
and it happens because he can't stop you. They both seem unconscious.
I'm just like, is he metal man?
Who are you asking?
I was just sort of saying in general, loud enough for Glork to hear.
Okay.
So is he made of metal?
I'm just giving it the side, like, look, let's face it, they're all weirdos. Our Lord is, for example, a Lich King. Anyway.
You're right, I guess. And then I guess I'll try and, like, check which ones are alive.
Yeah, I mean, so there's one dead waitstaff, one alive but really on their last legs waitstaff. There's very much dead Cassian, who seems to have been run through from behind. And then Larariath is still breathing and can talk to you. Marcus, you're not sure because he doesn't have any facial expressions. He doesn't breathe like he's...
Yeah. Can I go... So there was one almost dead waitstaff.
Yeah.
I'm going to go up to them and do some lay on hands.
Ah, nice, okay.
So I'll just go up, I don't know, like give him 5?
Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, you stabilise the wound, and he's no longer like bleeding and it stops coming out of his mouth. He's like, thank you, sir. I very much appreciate it, but is it safe to leave?
Just like out the front door.
Oh, thank you. And he like...
just like, yes, good luck.
Thank you. And he like swings the door open and starts sort of stumbling out. Yeah. So Larariath and Marcus are there. I don't want to decide what their characters do, but is there anything else you want to do before we cliffhanger this one off?
Do something to Marcus, nothing like bad, but something that may start to be like, this happened before. He's not magnetic at all, is he?
Great question. Glad you asked.
I basically go up to him with like a knife, like didn't I? Just try it.
Yeah, clang. I'm going to tell you whether or not he's magnetic. No. Okay. So you put the knife on, like, on his forehead, and it slips off, but you do see it like clangs onto his wrist as it tumbles.
Yeah, so I'm just like, yes, and then I'll just put a knife or fork on the other wrist.
Okay, cool.
And then I will take as well, I'll rip off a curtain or something from the thing and cover, I've already forgot his name.
Cassian.
Yeah, I'll cover Cassian as well. I'll like lay him over, put hands like over his thing, like
Yeah.
soldiers do to
Yeah.
like other things. No, just cover him.
Give him a bit of dignity, sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like no one needs to see that.
Yeah, I mean, he's only a halfling, so you can very much easily pick him up and put him on the table and
Yeah.
put him up. Okay. So.
I'm also going to turn around and go like, just by the way, don't kill the zombie. He's fine.
And I'm just like, wait,
The
the zombie. And it's just like, what?
the guard at the main door would not have let the zombie in, and it certainly can't run as fast as you. So I imagine it's still like walking towards the.
Okay, I'll just leave it.
Yeah, so it comes up like, oh, zombie!
Push him down and left him outside.
Yeah.
I'll push him down and just be like, don't move. I might have needed you.
Okay, so yeah, you tell him like, lie down, stay still.
It's just,
Just waiting for commands. Cool. Right, go. That's going to be where session 1 starts off. Pretty much all the characters will be there. I was thinking maybe we do it like this. If everyone could get teams, that'd be great, because I find that's the better quality thing. But I was going to do it with no roll20, not worrying too much about distances and all the finicky stuff right away, and just sort of basically just hanging out on voice chat.
We're cool with that. We've done our other sessions we play on Thursdays/Fridays. That's what we do.
Okay.
They started using Roll20, but like, I don't pay much attention to it.
I think we use it more just to be like, I'm on this side of the room kind of thing.
Yeah. Then plus when we're playing a proper, as in like proper, I mean official Wizards of the Coast thing.
We're doing, what was it? Yeah, Prince of the Apocalypse. That's really good.
Nice.
I told Sam how I've been left in the cold by 100% success